Everyone, and welcome to this week's issue of the Toronto Performance Newsletter. Today we're going to talk about a little tip for medball slams, which makes this exercise great for throwing athletes, but which isn't often explored or talked about. So we know that medballs are great for developing anterior core strength, particularly medball slams. They're great for developing sort of deceleration in jumping and also overall power. But one of the overlooked uses of medball training, at least in regards to the medball slam, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, is thoracic spine flexion. We spend a lot of time in the gym, especially when weight training, talking about pinning the shoulder blades back and down, but we don't spend a lot of time teaching how to protract the scapula or the shoulder blade properly. Right? The thoracic spine isn't supposed to be flat. We're not supposed to keep our shoulder blades totally packed and tucked in all the time. Our thoracic spine is designed to have a slight rounding or kyphotic shape to allow the scapula to move along the rib cage and follow the humerus. We can keep that ball and socket joint nice and congruent. So oftentimes, what you'll see with pitchers, put the ball down for a second, with pitchers, when they throw, at the point of release of the ball, you want to be able to make sure that the scapula is following the humerus. If the scapula is stuck and doesn't move well on the rib cage and doesn't get good rotation on the rib cage, then at the point of release when we're throwing a ball, the scapula will not follow the humerus. And so what will happen is you're going to put a lot of torque and a lot of strain onto the rotator cuff as the humerus sort of flies forward, figuratively speaking, and the scapula stays back and stays stuck. So to get a good extension or good range on your throw and to keep your shoulders healthy and to keep the ball and socket joint healthy and the rotator cuff from being irritated and being sort of pulled on, we want the scapula or the shoulder blade to follow the humerus as we release the ball. So medballs are great for that because the medball slam, where we're coming up and slamming the ball down, it's essentially just an inverted version of a throw. So we want at the bottom of a medball slam is for our scapula to actually protract and follow our humerus and not stay stuck. So if I'm going to demonstrate at the bottom of a throw or the bottom of a medball slam, we don't want the scapula to be here and tight. We want it to be forward. So we're slamming the ball, then we come up, boom, throw the ball down, and the scapula moves forward with the humerus. We're not stuck up here, but we actually have some flexion in our T-spine to keep our shoulder blade healthy. So I'll demonstrate quickly with the medballs what that would look like. Again, you can see at the point of release, my shoulder blades are forward and not stuck backward and retraction being pinned down. And that will help to keep your throwing athletes healthy and have them to maintain a good scapulo-thoracic relationship. All right, that's it. Thanks for joining us. See you guys next time.